Yo, we out here, homies. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. We are back. Kagurabachi Sunday. I'm doing great. You know, life is just great right now. And on top of that, I'm also here with all of you to read Kagurabachi. Like, what more is there? What more can a man want? Great things, great life going on. And then plus, we're here for Kagurabachi. It's beautiful. It's beautiful. Yeah. So no One Piece this week. So it's just going to be just a pure Kagurabachi Sunday. I got to refresh the page to make sure. There we go. Chapter 94 of Kagurabachi. My friends, we are here. We're ready. What's better? That looks better. That way you guys can get a better view of this. What's up, Ultra GH? My man, how we doing? It's Kagurabachi time. It's Kagurabachi time. Where's Willibald? We need Willibald in here before we can start officially. I guess we can just go quickly. When we only do one chapter, I like to give a refresher on what we got before. Because if we have One Piece, I'd spend a lot of time doing One Piece, but we got plenty of time today, and it's just one chapter. So let's just refresher what's going on. What happened last time? This was right off the back of the 2v2. I love just all this bickering and everything going on. Hakodu, like rage baiting, Natsuki. Of course, this face off and then this double spread. Amazing. Good. Hope you're doing good. He's probably reading right now. That's true. Willibald always goes and reads it ahead of time. So that's very true. But yeah, we got this double spread, which was holy crap, dude. This was something. This really was. And I love how it's just we just leave it on this note. So it's you can only imagine what's actually going on between the two of these guys. But we have to get back to the main plot, which is, I assume, is going to be what I expect to happen in this chapter. Is I think these two are going to pull up and fight Azami and Ichiki while they're going off. This Willibald. Oh fuck! Oh my god! Oh no, dude! Oh no! Don't know. Oh, this is probably about the chapter. You already read it. But we got this guy, Will of the ball to shot, Will of Bingo. Yeah, Will of the Bingo. We got him and her. This guy, Aura Farm, is random, just Aura farming. Then we got Chiki Azami meeting with Akuri and Kiri, and then they're going down. P. Hishaku fighting Shikamaru Kamunabi. And some mysteries. It's what are we doing here? And we ended on this very, very eerie note with Akuri looking at the thing. Oh fuck! Oh my god! I just finished reading. I'm literally trembling. No cap. All right, you know what? Let's just do it. Let's just go. Next chapter. It's got to be some sword stage shit. I don't know what else it could be. Proceed. That's crazy. He knows. All right. Chapter 94, The Second Arrow. From what you've told us, in order to transport something to the warehouse, you have to register it by channeling spirit energy into it. The seal was already broken when the Shinuchi was put up for auction at the Reikuzaichi, which means Kaoru Sazanami poured spirit energy into the Shinuchi early on when the seal had just been broken. In other words, channeling spirit energy into it alone isn't enough. To activate the Shinuchi's power, you need a strong desire to use the sword. So that's only if you want to use it. Akuri doesn't want to use it. I'm confused by that. My hands are trembling if I have Parkinson's. That's crazy. All right, let's get into this. So, what? I don't understand. You poured spirit. The seal's broken. So, by pouring your spirit energy into it, it's not going to activate. So, it shouldn't be a problem, right? In order for it to activate, he's got to want to use it, which Akuri does not. Which means, by channeling spirit energy into it beforehand, it should be possible to activate its powers while the Shinuchi's here at Kamunabi HQ. Oh, Oh, so they're thinking maybe, okay, so probably Yura maybe channeled spirit energy into it and could remotely activate it. That's possible. I mean, we've seen that happen with Chihiro remotely activate. Though Chihiro was the wielder. I think it'd be different if the person wasn't the wielder. But maybe Yura, everyone's got their theories. Maybe Yura really is the wielder. Maybe Yura kind of is the wielder. He's a puppet of the Swordmaster. Something I've noticed is I really don't. So I actually just read because I got the volume 4, which is the Rekuzaichi, like the first half of the Rekuzaichi from like when Chihiro starts using Cloud Gouger up until he enters the warehouse and gets N10 back. So it covers like that whole area. And I was rereading that, and it's like where Yura's first introduced, and it's like Yura doesn't feel pain. I don't think. Like he gets his arm chopped off, he gets stabbed through the thing, and he just like no reaction to it. Like I don't know if Yura feels pain. So like the theory that he might be like a puppet of the Swordmaster seems pretty valid to me. I'm not gonna lie. It seems pretty valid. That's kind of I think that's what I'm gonna have going forward, because it's like he doesn't feel pain. He's got to be some sort of, I don't know. All right. So that's how it's done. Right. But the powers can only be used for a limited time. And there's a price. The Swordmaster quickly worms his way into you, hijacking you from within. Deactivators then loses their sense of self, and it's all over for them. Like what happened to Kiyori Sazanami at the Rekuzaichi. All right. So maybe it wasn't your mind. I don't know. As a strategy, it's a double-edged sword with a razor-sharp edge. For that reason, we concluded that it was unlikely someone attempted that approach, but just in case, we investigated the blade. We confirmed it hadn't been charged with anyone's spirit energy. Oh, so it hasn't. After that, we resealed the Shinuchi. Like last time, it was me, Kazan, and Yatsuru who did it. Apart from Hiyuki and Tsufuku, ever since the Rekuzaichi, only the 3 of us have come into contact with it. So I don't remember who started the stream super early. Usually I started around this time. I didn't last week, but maybe he isn't human. Maybe something like that. So Yatsuru, I don't think we know. I mean, it's probably. So wait, this dude, and then I don't know who that is. I can't really tell, but yeah, like the big dude with the beard and the long hair, and then that's a cheeky behind it. I don't know who that person is. So I don't know. We don't quite know. We don't have all the names for them yet. Let's make it a little bigger. They're the 3. Oh, if I just like waited a minute, I'm getting ahead of myself. They're the 3 sorcerers you saw wearing white robes. The one in the middle was the Kamunabi's leader. On both sides were his assistants. They're also the most powerful sorcerers of the Kamunabi, except for Azami. So yeah, the girl. This is funny. This is like exactly everyone who I said was going to be important is important. You tend to get at least half an hour buffer. Oh well, normally I start it here, but I read One Piece first, so I give you time. Trust me, dude. Read in the double page format until the end. Oh, so are you saying at the end I should switch to the single page? Oh, don't read in single page. Is that what you're saying? All right. I try. Is that the? I'll read it like this until someone tells me if I should go back. So I'll stick like this. So yeah. So confirmation. This dude is the head, and these 2 are the side assistants. All right. But Mr. Kudo said, Azami's on another. Oh my God! It's all getting addressed. All right. This is how good this is how locked in I am with this series. I know what's going to happen before they even say it. Oh, he probably meant as a fighter, physically, but I'm a bit younger than the others. But as sorcerers, they're giants compared to me. Okay, well, I mean, Azami's fighting style is assault and battery, so I assume they're just better at sorcery. Apart from the innate sorcery I was born with, things like barriers and sealing spells are the realm of scholars. That's what Mr. Kudo said. He said the Mazumi had memorized all those books in the library on level 2. Don't read it in double page. Understood. So Zami's just like a straight hands. Like they're like, scholar. They're geniuses. He's just like a raw talent. Those three in the white robes have about twice that much in their heads. That's exaggeration. Yeah, like, geez. Curry has his normal reaction to studying. He's like, oh boy. The Hishaku's recklessness makes sense only if their power. Okay, sorry. The Hishaku's recklessness makes sense only if they have a powerful ace up their sleeve. My worry is that one of the three of us could be colluding with the Hishaku. Holy shit. Holy shit. So it's not Izami. It's one of those three. One of the white robes could have altered the Shinuchi seal, weakening it in the midst of the chaos, for example. Or we could have given it one of our disposable pawns within the Kamunabi. Or it's possible that the Hishaku are simply being reckless. I've known them for many years. I need to prove to myself that my suspicions are unfounded. So Ichiki's like suspicious of the other two. I don't think it's Ichiki. That would be crazy if it was Ichiki. Oh shit. They walk in and who's this? Kazan? Kazan? This guy's name is Kazan. He's just standing there, and they sort of are looking. They're like, I think they're all a bit suspicious of each other. Ichiki, Kazan. I don't know. I'm sure Willibald will yell at me about my pronunciation. It's fine. The seal's intact. Was I overthinking it? Akuri Sazanami, you made it. As I planned, he will now transport the Shinuchi to the warehouse, where nobody can get to it. The Hishaku have no chance of taking down Kamunabi headquarters. No. And he's like, uh-oh. Wait, is it unravel? I can never tell. Like, we keep getting pictures of this. I can't tell if it's unraveling. I think that's just what it's like. Kazan? Oh, he's going to yell at me. Anyways. And then, holy shit, it looks like we're back to the 2v2. What's going on here? Natsuki running up, clashing with a Kodu, then sends him flying. Look at this. I love the lightning. I love how he does the lightning because it makes everything darker and the lightning remains white. I just love that. So, and he sends him flying with that lightning. So the duel is over. He's all like, yeah. Oh, so you're using sorcery again, right? We're not just throwing blades. And Aruha, look at this. That's what I'm saying. Yura takes so much damage all the time, and he's always fine with it. What is this? His blade break? Did Ruha just cut his blade in half? That's crazy. Whew. Oh, and it does look like he has using his sorcery because his eyes are different. They're going full throttle with their sorcery. They want to kill us as quickly as possible. Oh, okay. There we go. Aruha, the trump card Samura left behind. Neither of them is giving up the ghost easily. Giving up the ghost? Okay, so we're getting in Yura's inner monologue. This is crazy. Kazan. His blade broke. Okay, I'm not crazy. Holy crap. Neither of them is giving up the ghost easily. I don't know what that means. Is that just like a metaphor or is like, what's the ghost? And we can't discount the outcome in Kyoto. Oh, he doesn't know. Or does he know? I don't think he knows. Oh, shit. Hakodu, the fun and games are over. So be it. So what is it? He's just teleports out of there? Oh, shit. What's he going to do? Oh, I see. Okay. So I assume this has got to be a... Oh, shit. No, he just locks the fuck in. Holy crap. Grabs both of them by the neck. God damn. What His movement is suddenly. His strength is also skyrocketed. Oh, we're not seeing his eyes. Oh, I already know what's going on. Okay, we're not seeing his eyes. And that's kind of a dark. And then they don't show his eyes here. Okay, I know what's coming. I know what's coming. I'll go back to the single. Oh shit! It gets sealed up, and then but like a little whisk of black energy comes off of it, and we're like, oh. But the seal was attacked. How? It's pouring out from within the seal. Impossible. In other words, it was compromised before the seal. How could I have overlooked it? No. If someone knew at the time I had been charged. If someone knew at the time it had been charged with spirit energy, someone who was capable of covering it up. I see. He covered it up. And it was this guy. I don't believe it. But that tactic could. I charged the Shinuchi with my spirit energy right before we submitted it to the Raikuzaichi auction. The point of the Raikuzaichi was to find out who had command of the Shinuchi, and whether or not we could see it temporarily seize control. It would be useless to wield it if it would be instantly hijacked. Okay, so wait. My theory just got disproven. To find out who was in command of the Shinuchi, and whether or not we could seize temporary control, it would be useless to wield it. We would be instantly hijacked. So basically, he's just like, here, play with it. And what we learned was the wielder needs astronomical mental fortitude on par with Kagura Sazanami to battle with it, even for just a moment. It's paramount to suicide. We know this. But Kagura Sazanami also proved it's worth attempting. With a level of unparalleled determination. Holy shit. Holy shit. Malediction is a mistranslation. So what should it be? I told you this is a battle to the death. With this power, we will overthrow you. I got Magatsumi. Okay. That makes I was gonna say because I'm like, I don't think he's. Holy shit! Oh, Yura. He's actually doing it. So, yeah, I was gonna say the aura, dude. Holy crap! And but then briefly we get just a shot of the Bloodshed Hotel with the Samura's crows. So, like, are they incoming? I don't know what's gonna happen there. Yeah, the Yura aura, bro. Look at the right. He looks half dead. He does kind of look half dead, but it's just like that's kind of adds to it. What do you mean? What do you mean at the right? Oh, their battle's over. Is that what that means? Okay. Yeah, left. And also, they just finished. That means they're pulling up. Holy shit! Holy shit! John Wary passing his straw hat to the Kagurabachi. Oh, that's awesome. That's fucking hilarious. Oh my god. Oh my god. Samura coming in and dying in Chihiro's hands the next chapter, my prediction. Dude, I hope not. I hope not. That's just funny as fuck. Unblockable. That's hilarious. Next chapter, no, but like next 3 to 4 chapters, yes. Dude, it's time to accept that Yura's on fraud watch. You need a Sword Saint boost to beat a Ruha with no fingers. Maybe. I mean, he's not a swordsman. We have not gotten like his sorcery at all. Yura's actual sorcery is still a mystery. I'm kind of shocked that we're getting like him using the Shinuchi powers before we actually see what his basic sorcery is. You know what I mean? Because like this is just all his athleticism. That's what they keep saying. And he's not a swordsman. Like, yeah, he was getting cut up by Aruha. But Aruha is a master swordsman and using sorcery. And Yura's just a dude. Yeah, we don't even know his sorcery. Exactly. Odin, lend me some hockey levels of slander. That's crazy. Yeah. This is base Aruha we're up against. Sword Saint, lend me some sorcery. This is base Aruha with 2 fingers we're up against. Oh my god. Maybe he has gravity control or some broken shit. Yeah, but then it's like I feel like he would have used. I mean, it depends on what his goal here is. Like, so I really like where to go. I really like this page because it kind of gives like the example, like explains like because it's like why would they give the Shinuchi up for auction? It doesn't make sense to me. And it was to locate where this dude is and figure out if you can use the Shinuchi. The fact that he's using this though, like sorry, I'm just like thinking this all through. I mean, he is absolutely risking his life, but he's not in like I don't know how he's. Well, no, he is because he imbued it with energy beforehand. I was gonna say so it's not what we thought. It's not that they activated the Shinuchi or the Magatsumi remotely. Is that they activated it, and it's that you're activated and then used it himself remotely. Which is crazy. Like that's not. I wasn't expecting that at all. I thought it would just be like a, you know what I mean? I thought like it would just be a malediction starting from where the sword is, but no, it's just he's actually just. We just gave Yura a dude who is already like, you know what I mean? He was already stronger than he's probably at this. I mean, he was already kind of a beast. I mean, yeah, he was kind of losing to Aruha a little bit, but wasn't using sorcery, just raw, like, you know what I mean? He's a strong dude. You give him the Shinuchi amp on top of that, I don't know how we stop him. Right? Because you think back, like, base Aruha was fighting, like, was toying with Chihiro, with May. Or not with May, but with Cloud Gouger. Like, Broken Cloud Gouger, he's toying with him. Kaora was fighting, like, losing to a stronger version of Chihiro, got the Shinuchi power up, and then was dominating him and Hiyuki at the same time. Like, it's not fair. This amp is nuts. And he's already has a centipede active. I'm worried about Aruha and Natsuki. 100%. They're right here with them. It's kind of I'm worried for those two. I think it would be dumb if Aruha dies immediately, but Natsuki might not be long for this world, man. I don't know. Is the traitor the leader guy with the beard? It appears so. I mean, we don't have like direct confirmation. It's either him or the girl. It could still be the woman. We keep seeing the guy, but and they want us to be very specific to the guy. It could be the guy, or it could still be the woman. We don't know. Most likely, it's the guy. Yeah, you're gonna curb stop everyone there. Oh yeah, no, it. I don't think. I mean, I think we're going to see Samura versus Yura. This version of Yura, and we'll get Samura and Chihiro team up against him. Because that's the only way we're able to fight people using the Shinuchi powers. It was the Chihiro Hiyuki team up against Kiora. And now you need Samura and Chihiro to team up. Like, you're going to have that. So, if that's what the next chapter is, I'm going to lose my fucking mind. I'm not going to lie. That's going to be crazy. That's going to be crazy. People are dying. Or eyeing Kaizen had the rings in his eyes. Does he? Yeah, wait a minute, let me get a better angle. He does kind of. Does he? It's like, is that the inner ring and that's the outer ring? Where else do we see him? Maybe it's just his eye. I don't know. Maybe we could go back. When are I'm gonna try to find where we see him earlier, like chapter like 42 or something, right? 44. I was close. 40. Here. So we see him all the way back here. It's hard to tell. No, those are just eyes. Yeah, see, that's just like eyes. He doesn't have like the ring eyes. You see what I mean? So, yeah, I don't know. Hakuri could avoided being overridden. Well, Hakuri didn't touch it, right? I mean, I guess he interacted with it because he pulled Kaora out of the storehouse, but I don't know. I don't know. You think this will be the turning point of the story? I could very much see that. Like I said, I could see the Hishaku straight up losing here, especially now that we have this going on. Yura with this amp, like this is he's right now. Yura is probably the strongest person we've seen. Like this version of Yura is probably the strongest person we've seen in the entire series. Absolutely. So, yeah, do I think the Kamunabi is long for this world? No, I really don't. So this could absolutely be a turning point. This is so cool. Jesus, I can't wait for next week. No, me neither, Manu. Me neither. This is nuts. We still don't know what the Hishaku is doing here. Why is Lucas Hishaku important? Why are the Hishaku creating momentary confusion? Why are the traitors killing Kamunabi members to fulfill the quota? I think the traitors are... Well, okay, right. Because there's the difference between the people who they have blackmail against. They just have to kill a certain amount of people to free their family. But then like the actual traitors, like the knife lady, they have a quota of people to kill. I don't know. Maybe that was just their way of creating that confusion. Why are they creating the confusion? Probably just to get in. Lucas is shot, dude. For Pishaku, I got no idea what's going on with Pishaku. I'm not gonna lie. But what are they doing here? Is like I think a major question. Well, we found out what they were doing at the Raikuzaichi. Finally, like an explanation for that. And that was to see if Yura could wield it, even though the bearer is still alive. Now, found out yes, but no. And they also found out where the bearer is. Here. So that's now the next step of the plan is they attack here. Again, the goal for Yura is supposedly to wield the Shinuchi, but I think there's more to it than that. I really do. Because that would just be kind of lame. Like, yeah, I want the strong sword, and that's the whole reason. Like, there's definitely more to it than that. Like he's got to have a past. He has to have like a past with the swords, and there's a reason why he hates it. And because I mean, he was introduced, well, not introduced, but when he's talking to Samura, it's like he does not like the sword bearers at all. So I don't know, man. This is a lot to think of. Oh, but again, like it's like, what's the deal with the eyes? Like, yes, he has the eyes now. That kind of makes sense. But why did he have the eyes earlier? He wasn't using. Was it just foreshadowing to him wielding the Shinuchi? Like, was it the embers of that kind of happening? I don't know. I really don't know. All right. He didn't have to touch Namagasumi because he implanted it, and then the traitor hit it, so it was able to stay active, I guess. Kazan was introduced in chapter 17. I'm going to be rereading his dialogue. He always looked melancholic, but now we got more context. So cool. Yeah, I'm going to be looking into him more. That would be very interesting. Because, yeah, it's heavily implied he's a traitor. We got basically everything but direct confirmation. Big Aura panel with Samura and Chihiro pulling up next week. Also, we're getting a color page next week and the lead color page in 2 weeks. Street's saying the anime announcement coming in 2 weeks, too. Whew! Holy shit. That's awesome. That is awesome. If that's true. Yeah. So I didn't know. Yeah. Color page next week. Awesome. We love Kagurabachi color pages. Also, yeah, we're definitely. I was gonna say, like, this final, like in the bottom left, like this obviously to me means this is definitely Samura and Chihiro pulling up next chapter. I don't know what else it could be, you know. Lead color page in 2 weeks. So we get back to back. Oh no, lead. Yes, never mind. Lead color page 2 weeks. Nice. She's just saying anime announcement. It comes out in 2 weeks too. That would be huge. That would be huge. Seeing Chihiro versus Sojo in anime is gonna be awesome. That's gonna be peak. I know they're gonna cook. They have to cook. They have to cook. But holy crap, man! What a chapter! Like we got a whole bunch of like just lore bits, discuss, setting up the trader, setting up how it works, build up, eerie introduction to him. Like why? So like the way the conversation goes, he's like, as I plan, we'll transport the Shinuchi to the warehouse where nobody can get to it. No, like, no, we won't transport it, or no, that doesn't mean people won't be able to get to it. Then we get a brief flash of this fight again, which I love, but it appears that it's over, unfortunately. Because Yura is now doing his thing. Because he's just speed like this page too. Holy crap, right? Cygames said they'll announce 4 anime in 2026 and not 2025, so we might need to wait longer. Yeah, who knows? Who knows? I hope we get an announcement. I mean, I feel like we should. It's been out for 2 years now. Like, didn't we just hit the 2-year anniversary? When did the first chapter? I know it was like fall of what year would it be? 2023, right? Fall of 23. That sounds about right. When did the first chapter of Kagurabachi come out? So we just passed it. So we just passed the 2-year anniversary. So yeah. I feel like we should be getting an anime announcement. That would be awesome. And once we get that anime, like, it's getting put on the map, man. It absolutely is. People are gonna once again, like I said, as long as Side Games does it justice, when we see the Sojo versus Chihiro, like if they're able to capture the essence of the manga, it's gonna be peak. It's gonna be peak for that Chihiro versus Sojo fight. And depending on how long they do it, if they just do like a, I don't know. I think they should try to get up end with the Raikuzaichi and then have season 2 just be the Sword Bear assassination arc. You know what I mean? Grandpa Kamunabi, I like that. I like that. They dragging it to Jump Fest. I can see that too. Actually, it's who knows. Who knows? There's so much like contradicting information about all this stuff. You never really know. When you do reactions to the anime, they would take that down 100%. Maybe I could figure out how the real streamers out there do it with they like put like a thing over it and like opacity, so it's like kind of blocked out, so you can't really see it. I might try something like that if I can learn how to do that. I mean, I'm barely getting away with just reading the chapters on here. I you can look back. I've gotten some of my live streams taken down because like they randomly screen them and like, oh, you just like read the whole chapter online, and I'm like, yeah, I did, but I only get in trouble every so often. Actually, I got in trouble for watching the JJK trailer. I got in trouble for that. Twitch, perhaps? I feel like I don't know how Twitch works at all. I mean, I feel like they would also take you down, right? I don't know. I could try to figure out like one of those opacity things. I'd have to try it out. But I mean, we're a ways away from that being a thing. Sword Bear Assassination arc is the longest arc, though. Yeah, so I could easily be a full like 24 episode season. You know what I'm saying? I can see that being a full 24 episode season of Sword Bear Assassination arc, just covering the whole thing. That'd be awesome. Twitch or Kick? Yeah, do they let you watch TV shows? I mean, I'm a small enough channel, so I probably wouldn't if like a big streamer did that, they probably catch them. But if I'm just just me there with a bunch of like 10 of you guys, I might be able to skirt by. I know, because I really wanted to. I was debating. I'm like, oh, you know what? I should watch because that new One Piece episode that's coming out is going to be peak. You know what's happening, like with the 5 elders pulling up. So I was like, oh, maybe I should do a reaction to that. But then I'm like, no, wait a minute. They're not gonna. They ain't gonna let me get away with that. They ain't gonna let me get away with that. Well, I take down a stream reading a chapter that's free for everyone. Dude, ask One Piece, bro, or it's Shueisha. Ask them, bro. I got one of my live streams taken down because I read One Piece chapter. But then there's like a million, like I have like 30 other streams, not 30, but I got like 15 other streams reading One Piece chapters. They just like, nope, this one's got to go down. You can't deal with that. So who knows? Kick, you earn more money, so he might go there. So I don't even know how that works. I don't do this for the money. I do it for fun, so that don't matter to me. But yeah, if I could figure out a way where I could watch the Kagurabachi anime with you all, that'd be really fun. Maybe even if it's like I make like a Discord server or something. You know what I mean? It doesn't have to be a live stream. That'd be fun as hell. Maybe something like that would be great. Who knows? But yeah, man, this chapter. This page. Look at Yura just grabbing these fools. Just grabbing these fools. And like I knew I'm like his eyes. I assumed it was a power up. I didn't realize he was literally just gonna use the fucking whole powers. Like he's already got the centipede going. So yeah, my best guess is gonna be Chihiro Samura 2v1 jumping Yura for the next chapter. Will that happen immediately? Probably not. We're going to get a little bit of Yura just wreaking havoc, taking out Aruha, Natsuki. Maybe even Hakodu gets caught, friendly fire. We're going to get a good showcase on Yura's power. And then my guess is going to be maybe at the end of the next chapter, Chihiro and Samura pull up. And then after that, we get like a good fight, 2v1 fight with them. Which would be very entertaining. because both of those characters passed with Yura. Both have like really good dynamics with Yura, and so just seeing this overpowered version of Yura fight against those two after they're already kind of weakened from their fight is going to be very exciting. Hopefully we could still see some like if we could get like crazy combos between the two, you know what I mean? Like Chihiro probably still has some crow ability left in the tank, so like they could both be swapping around and stuff. Like that would be awesome, dude. That would be really awesome. Yura versus Chihiro and Samura. Exactly. Also, was this the second arrow Yura mentioned earlier at the start of the raid? Oh, well, probably because the name of the chapter is The Second Arrow. I forgot about that. Yeah, this was their... Yeah, I guess so. So then now my question is like, what are the other Hishaku members even doing here? If the plan was just for Yura to run in and activate the Shinuchi power, like why would he bring the rest of the Hishaku? What's the point of blackmailing all these people? I don't know. The thing is, I know with this series we're gonna get the answers, and it's just the mystery it's raising is just that good. But I know we'll get the answers to this eventually. It's just awesome. So holy crap! I think it's about time we look at some reactions. This is why we didn't trust any of them for the jump. The trader stuff will be really interesting. We known any of their names before this battle. Well, we like just because we don't know the names doesn't mean nothing. Like we've seen the people. You know what I mean? We've seen them. Okay, Jesus. Yura? Holy shit! I know facts, dude. You're locked in on these dudes. Hick Yuki. Oh no! Was there a Hick Yuki? Where'd that go? There was a Hick Yuki. Yeah. Hick Yuki. They do not know how to do Yuki. What is it with this translator and not being able to do Hiyuki's name? This is not the first time this has happened. What chapter was it? It was... I'm not gonna find it, but this is not the first time. Kenjaku the translators. Ain't no way. This is the last topic to touch on. This chapter might be a diversion, and Yatsuru turns out to be the traitor. Apparently, her name translates to something close to being hidden in the night. Maybe Ichiki has the hiccups. Yeah. No, it's a good point. I'm not like there's a decent chance it is not confirmed that Kazan. It's not confirmed that Kazan is the traitor. He's looking a little suspicious, but there's nothing here that like inherently means he's the traitor in my eyes, at least. It means it's either him or her. It could still very well be her. That's a very good point, Manu. I don't know how to say your name. What's your profile picture? I can't see that. What is that? It's too small. I can't tell what it is. But yeah, it's a very good call. Very good call. I can't believe there's a Hick Yuki. That's awesome. That's so awesome. This the fuck the fuck is this? Sword Saiyan said Magatsumi, not malediction. Yeah. Yeah, exactly. The same way he said it last. Dumbasses. Yura. Yeah, this is a Yura hype chapter. I mean, yes and no, because yeah, while he did in base, he just got like in base, yeah, maybe he's not the best, but now he's got this dude. He's just straight aura farming on these dudes. It's nuts. She might be the traitor off that costume alone. Yeah. Oh, they're from last. This dude's on the wrong chapter, bro. This paneling was crazy. It was crazy. Yeah, look at it. This panel. This is the panel. This is the panel from the chapter. This is one of the best fights I've read in recent years. Yeah, the way the 2v2. Yeah, I'm a little sad the 2v2 is over because honestly, I was really enjoying it. Just every the way he was able to keep all four characters interacting. Yeah, what are we gonna do? Hold a second funeral? Exactly, bro. Exactly. Does this mean Kudo really died from fodder? Yeah, unfortunately. Kudo was not one of the strong ones they mentioned. I think he even said that. He's like, yeah, I'm not like those other guys, bro. I'm not like those other guys. Man, this is what's crazy. Yeah, he's got like the flowers and shit, and it's like on Aruha's face. Like, I don't understand. I don't know how they walk away from this. I really don't. Like, he's about to do a centipede. He's holding their head. He's about to do a centipede on them. How do you walk away from that? Anime might add some more scenes. Oh, I'd love that. If we could get like a good, like, Shibuya incident type of adaptation, or we just or Thousand Year Blood War, like where we extend these fight scenes, because like especially with here, let me, where do we go? Back to this chapter. Stuff like there's like here-ish, I think. Come on, click. Like where it's like you get this clash, like this could be a whole, and then it just cuts to like a flurry of stuff. Like you could totally see them going like crazy with that. It's crazy. John Wary. Yeah, huge mistranslation. That's crazy. Thank you for pointing that out, because I would have been like you would have a completely different interpretation of what happened with you do have a completely different interpretation of what's going to happen with that translation, because you think, oh, it's over, he just nuked the place, like Aruha's dead, he just nuked the place. No, he just has the ability, he's gonna blow shit up, but he hasn't actually, like, the bomb hasn't gone off yet. Azami finally beat the traitor allegations. Yep. Oh, yeah. Make contact with them immediately and protect their life. That was him saying that. That's crazy. What's the question? The answer was always there, but we couldn't see it. I don't understand. Oh, the only one not included in this page. I see. That makes more sense. That makes more sense. The only one included not on the page. That's a good point. That's a good point. Plot twist: the sword was the handicap. Yeah, true. Backdoor, yeah, man, holy crap. Yeah. He's with proceed. He's still proceeding, bro. I know, that was funny. I was reading that. I was like, no way he did the proceed. That's funny as hell. And those talks, yeah. Oh, dude, Yura in this chapter is awesome. Confirm Yura isn't a puppet of the Kensei. Yes, exactly. So that's funny, because I had just not that I just come up with the theory, but I was just like, you know what? I really think this is what it is. I just like agreed with that theory, and it's done away with. Yura and Kaora hype chapter for me. True. Proceeding even after death. Proceeding even after death. Fairly certain this is meant to say Magatsumi instead of malediction. Yep. All right. We've been over that. So, holy crap, man. Insane chapter. You love to see it. You do. You absolutely love to see it. Peak. Crazy, like, plot twist, sort of. And where, you know what's coming. You know it's coming. You this is what I love. Like, it's finally, like, you get the big reveal, and then it's like, okay, now you know what's going to happen. Before this, I had no idea what was going to happen. We get the plot twist, sort of, and now it's like, okay, we can kind of understand what's going to happen. It's going to be nuts. Yura with, all this going on. Actually, wait, I should confirm. We got a new chapter in 7 days? New chapter in 7 days. Yep, okay. Kagurabachi rarely goes on break, so you shouldn't expect that. So, yeah, we're gonna have Kagurabachi and One Piece next week. So that'll be awesome. But so it's like there's a lot of mystery leading up to this. We get some answers and we get more questions, but for the next few chapters, we can kind of understand how it's going to go with Chihiro and Samura pulling up. Yura's fucking beast mode. And, really, I still don't know what's going on with the other Ishaku. Again, if this was the plan all along, why are they here? Just send Yura in, have him immediately activate the thing, and just wreak havoc. But I guess maybe their goal is to actually grab the Shinuchi. So I don't know. They have to force Hookazona on breaks. They jump the dude. Well, yeah, true. Even when he takes breaks, he doesn't take breaks. We still get the, Sojo bath time adventures and that type of stuff. So even when he takes breaks, he still don't take breaks. And this probably isn't the end of the Ishaku's plan yet. There's a very little chance that Yura is going to be a suicide bomber. Yeah, no. I don't expect Yura to die here. I really don't. It would be very weird if he just went into this planning on killing himself for this brief moment of using it. It doesn't make any sense. I think he has a way out of it. So he can partially harness the power for a while, and then maybe he's relying on his Ishaku goons to go steal the sword and get control over it, or go, I don't know, kill the swords. Maybe that's what P-Shaku's here for. P-Shaku, Lucas Shaku, is going to go over and kill the Sword Saint. Who fucking knows? No idea what's next, but I can't wait to find out. Exactly. It's probably going to be Chihiro versus Yura, but like in terms of like the overall Hishaku plan, I don't know what's going on. We still got Hat Shaku. He's still out. He's doing something. I mean, I think he's handling the hostages, but I mean, we're way past that at this point. He should pull up. They want his wood sorcery. So, yeah, holy crap. What a chapter. What a chapter. Just flips the whole story on its head. Like, just like that. So, you know what? I think probably going to end it there. We addressed this chapter thoroughly. Normally we spend like an hour on 2 chapters. We spent an hour just on Kagurabachi today, and it's been awesome. I've thoroughly enjoyed this. I appreciate you guys joining me. Where is it? Crimson, Unblockable Drum, Will of Bingo. Who else was here? Ultra GH. How could I forget? Manu, who I believe you're new. I haven't seen you in the chat before. Maybe you have. Maybe I'm just being rude, but I don't think I've seen you in the chat. Thank you for joining. Maybe he's planning to use Chihiro and Samura somehow. I don't know, because I don't think he plans on Chihiro and I think he planned on Samura or Chihiro taking each other out. I don't think he plans on them teaming up and showing up. I don't think that's part of his plan. I think he kind of planned for Hirohiko to. I mean, is he dumb enough to think Hirohiko could have been Samura? Maybe. Probably not, though. But then why would he send Hirohiko in there with an enchanted blade knowing he's going to lose? Doesn't make sense to me. So, who knows? Who knows what Yura's plans are? I mean, we just found out what his plan was from 50 chapters ago, and we're finally now like, oh, okay, that's why he did that. We're going to be finding out what his current plan is 100 chapters from now. So, and you know what? I like it that way. It keeps the mystery, keeps you thinking, keeps you on your toes. It's very, very entertaining. So, all right. Thank you to everyone. I will see you back here at Kagurabachi Sunday next week. Kagurabachi Sunday and One Piece Sunday. We'll begin oh my God. I don't even know what One Piece chapter we're on. 1156 or something like that. Or no, 57. We just got 56, right? Yeah, I'm checking. Oh, we're on 60, bro. I'm dumb. 1160. So we'll be in 1161. All right, anyways. I'm losing it. All right, bye. See you guys, and see you next week. Peace.